Hey, what's up everybody? Ocho Blanco here, and I've got some pretty fun gameplay for you guys today. And we'll start off by taking a look at the lobby. So the first thing you'll probably notice is I'm in a clan. That 3R stands for 3-day respawn, which actually is a group of Christian gamers. And we get online and play a lot of Call of Duty. We just finished a clan app when this game starts, so a lot of us are still online and just playing a few more games before we call it a day. But look at the other team. There's two split screeners. Both are in the middle of their first prestige, except for one guy that's in 9 prestige, and those are the kind of lobbies I like to see. Many times I'll choose my class based on what the lobby looks like. So if the leaderboard shows that they're very inexperienced at domination, I'll choose a high kill streak class or a specialist class like the one I'm about to choose here with the ACR and Akimbo FMGs. So let's get started into the game. The first thing you notice is I don't go to the A flag. I'm going to let the rest of my team capture A, and I'm going to try to run up the middle, and I'm going to try to throw a Simtex at that truck to maybe catch a few of them off guard. But I see this guy out of the corner of my eye and end up letting go of the Simtex early, so I was able to take him out for the first blood. Next thing I'm going to do is throw my portable radar down there because I know that they're coming from C to B most likely. And then I see this guy up on the ledge just kind of there chilling. I'm not sure what his plan was, but he's got to find anyone now. So I catch a little bit of that guy going to B, and someone finishes him off. And I see most of my teams over here, like watching B. So they actually captured it. And there's another guy there. And I'm lucky this guy didn't take me out. Like, it looks like I'm a bullet or two away from actually getting killed here. So I'm going to hide behind the truck and try to recover before I engage another player. Which is a lot of times the mistake I make. If I've been wounded, I'll still jump out and try to get someone, and then they'll hit me once or twice and I'm dead. But this time I was able to rest and was ready for that guy when he came around. And it looks like they kind of flanked behind us and captured A, so that might affect the spawns. And something I didn't notice really before, but I think that wall, you can shoot through it. It looks like there are bullet holes, and I make a mistake here of, I saw that guy going upstairs, but I was figuring I could get good position on him, but he got me first, so that's how that one turned out. Most of the time when I'm playing Domination, I'm going for most flag caps, most kills, and sometimes highest KD, or kill death ratio. It doesn't always turn out that way. Most of the time it doesn't actually. But I like to think of it as like the MVP type game, where like in basketball you have the triple-double, where you have like double figures in score, double figures in assists, and double figures in either rebounds or steals or something like that, where you're really helping out your team on a lot of different fronts. And that's kind of how I like to play Domination. Most of the time I'm getting flag caps or kills, but sometimes it is like highest KD, and where I'm trying to go for high kill streaks that'll help out the team to either keep flags or to capture them by suppressing the enemies. But in this game, I pretty much abandoned that strategy. I'm pretty much just going for kills, not really intentionally, but it's just kind of how it works out. Like right now we have B and C, so my strategy usually is to have 2 flags and keep them off of those. And if we can keep them trapped in their spawn over there at A, that's probably the best option, which is kind of what we're doing here. So I'm seeing this guy and cutting him off. Oh, and by the way, there's a kill counter in the bottom right-hand corner, so we can keep track of how long the streak goes. If I hadn't mentioned it before, one of my goals in Modern Warfare 3 these days is to get a MOAB. I've been playing, I probably have the most time played of any of the people on my friends list, and probably the friends on your friends list as well. And I'm level 80, prestige 20, so I've been there for a little while, pretty much maybe a week or two after they actually added the 20 prestige. So I've played a lot of this game, and somehow I've never gotten a MOAB. And so that's one of my goals. Another one is that I have a 0.99 KD. I think it's 0.991 something, so it's pretty close to being even. And I made a spreadsheet that actually shows my kills and deaths. So each time I finish playing a game, I'll put the numbers in that spreadsheet. And look what happens here. I'm going to pause it here, and you'll see that little gunshot effect right there. There's a sniper that was behind me and missed. So I'm not actually exactly sure where he was, so I'm just going to go over here and capture A, since we're kind of being double capped right now. But I'm going to come back around this corner and be extra cautious because I'm not exactly sure where he is. but in the meantime I see this guy running up the middle, so I put a couple of bullets into him. Someone finishes him off, which gives me the specialist bonus, and when I come around this corner here, I have all the perks, so that's what activates marksman, so I can see these guys' names light up, pretty much like Christmas lights over here. So it looks like there are 2 or 3 of them, and a lot of them, actually you'll see this a lot, there's a lot of guys that end up in either dead man's hand right there, or final stand. So you're going to see that a lot in this game. Here's the 9 prestige guy over here. I think he was actually the sniper, because I think that was a sniper rifle he was holding right there. Yeah, it was an MSR. So I'm going to turn back around since I know they're spawning at C now, and it looks like they're all spawning underneath the construction hallway over here. So there's another guy in dead man's hand, and I see at least 2 guys that just lit up with marksman here. I think that's the sniper, so I take him out, turn around to the right, and there's a guy that I saw running toward the middle, so I'm able to take him out as well. Kind of stay on this side since they're spawning at C, and well, they're spawning at A, I guess. So there's a guy there, and I almost get blown up by dead man's hand again. And I notice there are 2 guys in there, and one went upstairs, so he's still up there and trying to avoid getting killed by his dead man's hand. You can tell he was in that crouch mode kind of thing. So they just took A, so they're going to be spawning back here. And I see my team's taking C, so I'm figuring this has been a pretty good spot for me to hang out over here by the construction hall. And I get the guy with the Simtex there, and I can still see the guy lighting up with a marksman. So that was a sniper guy, the 9 prestige guy again. And there's another guy over here, final stand, he's gone. So I'm going to hop up here right quick and take a break and take a look at the scoreboard. So I'm 21-1 at the moment, and I think I had a 4 kill streak at the beginning of the game. So I'm thinking I'm pretty close to the 24 that I need for the MOAB, and I'm getting kind of nervous here because I don't actually remember exactly how many I had at the beginning, and you guys actually get the benefit of seeing in post how many I actually make. So here I'm not able to really finish these guys off, but I'm putting bullets into them, so you can see on the mini-map where they turn into arrows from having recon. I actually heard that guy coming up the steps while I was shooting at the guys across the way, so I was able to turn around and get rid of him. And let's just go back to that basketball analogy I made earlier. There's a concept that a lot of athletes have that's called in the zone, where actually you see that bouncy Betty down there. I don't know why I went down there. Mostly I might actually land on it and then get on the stairs. And I guess I have soccer, so it kind of sets it off. But here I really should have died. There's 2 guys here. They're shooting at the strafe front, and at least one of those guys should have seen me coming around there. So right now I actually have a 20 kill streak. And actually back to what I was saying about the basketball reference. That being in the zone, I actually did not start out intending to just go around killing guys. Usually a more defensive and tactical player, but a lot of times in basketball, sometimes you'll just start shooting and every single shot goes in. And that's pretty much what's happening here. Just find these guys walking out of the middle of nowhere, oblivious to where I am, and I don't think I've really even been shot at that much. Most of the guys that I've encountered, I've been able to kill without them even knowing I was there, like this guy. And if you notice, I'm at 23 kills, and this would make 24, which will actually get me the MOAB. And I actually heard some footsteps behind me, and I didn't actually check behind me, so we'll see what happens. So after so many hours and days played and almost a year into the game's life cycle, I finally got my MOAB. So what's going on here is I'm about to try to get in contact with the guy that was left in my party. Somehow the team we started out with, most of them have dropped out either connection-wise or had to go do other things. But I wanted to share it at least with the other guy that was in our group, iSavedbyGod, also known as Ben. So we finished this game out and have a lot of fun with this MOAB here. And actually I had too much fun. I left C uncapped. Somehow I just let it go halfway captured and started heading over to B for some reason. But yeah, so that's my first MOAB. So I guess I can mark that off my to-do list. And I'm pretty sure I'll have the 1 KD thing within the next week or 2. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm actually even looking forward to Black Ops 2. But the gameplay is not over. we have a pretty good lead here, but we're also 2 flags down at the moment. No thanks to me leaving C uncapped, even though I probably could have capped it pretty easily here. So we still have this dead man's hand thing going on with most of the players, and another guy that someone else finished off. I saw a guy up in the balcony there, but I'll see if someone else will get him. And right here I make a huge mistake. So you can see the guys on the mini map here, and yeah, that guy just kind of caught me off guard, and I think that was a 25 kill streak. So we're looking at the scoreboard here. I'm 34-2, but look at everybody else on my team. Like, nobody has double-digit deaths, and nobody on the other team has double-digit kills. And somehow they're still kind of in it. They're only down by 34 points, and look at that. There's another MOAB that's happening. And it's our friend and 3DR clanmate, iSavedbyGod, which you can see him right there in the camera for a moment. And that's 2 MOABs in 1 game. That's not really the first time I've seen that happen, but it's definitely the first time I've been involved in it. And I think it's actually iSavedbyGod. His name's actually Ben. But I think that's his 25th MOAB is what he said. So I'm hoping I can hang around him a little bit more and let his MOAB skills kind of rub off on me. And so we're capturing A here to finish this game off, and I think we actually end up triple capping him to end the game. So to finish the video, I'd like to tell you a little bit more about 3-Day Respawn. Like I said before, it's a community of Christian gamers, and we get together and play a lot of different games, not just Call of Duty. So if you're into Battlefield or Halo or Mass Effect or whatever games you're into, there's probably somebody there in the community that wants to play with you. And being in a Christian gaming community, you typically don't need to worry about profanity and crazy talk in the lobbies, which turns a lot of people off about online gaming. I've noticed that even some parents that will play with their kids, like there's a father and son that I've played with a few times, and there's guys and girls that play the game. So whoever you are, whatever game you play, there's probably someone in 3DR that wants to play with you. And there's even prayer requests, so if you have things going on in your life that need prayer, or you just like praying for other people, there's a list that you can sign up for there. And just check out the website at 3dayrespawn.com. And I'll see you guys later. Oh, and check out Ben in his final kill cam, finishing the guy off with the MP9. Way to go, Ben.